Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. And guys, I do an immense amount of research. I'm non-biased. I kind of take all the tokens and I put them into a funnel, and here's my top 50 that came out the other side. Now, a lot of my tokens that I own are not on this list because when I started stacking like HBAR, Quant, and Link, they were the best of the best in my opinion. Well, things have changed. That's been a year and a half, 2 years or so ago. And new projects have been coming out every single week, if not every day. And we're getting closer to the bull run, so the risk has changed. So now I'm looking at projects that are going to do way more, hopefully, than a 10x. You know, last year when I was stacking like HBAR at 4 and 5 cents, which is one of my favorite projects, and it's going to do well. Well, if it takes out its old high, which I have no doubt it will, that's a 10x. And I'm not going to hold it past much of that all-time high, no matter what, because there's bigger and better projects I want to get involved in. Now that's just me. Now I want to make it extremely clear. The odds are your favorite project, if you've been stacking during this bear run, it's probably not on this list. That doesn't mean it's not going to do really well. But guys, I'm here to tell you, if a token's in like the top 50, like your XRP, XLM, and I don't know where Quant is now, but those projects are not going to lead this bull run. No if and buts about it. Math, tokenomics, and just the law of large numbers guarantee that they're not going to do it. Now they may do well, but what I'm looking at for this bull run are new projects that have launched in the bear market and have been doing extremely well, and they haven't experienced a bull run. So I have no doubt that almost every project on this list, about 90% of them, haven't experienced a bull run. They will outperform the projects that we all know and love. I have no doubt. Now this is not financial advice, and again guys, there's no FUD being spread. There's 30,000 tokens or somewhere like that. So there's a lot of projects that are going to do well. Quant, HBAR, like I said, two of my absolute favorite projects. They're going to do extremely well, but they will not lead this bull run. You know, Avalanche, Solana, all those projects, Matic, they're going to do well, but they will not lead this bull run. So if you've been sitting on the side and you haven't already started stacking, well, now we're pulling back pretty aggressively. Hopefully we'll pull back even harder. Well, now's the time to get that list out of projects you've been wanting to stack on the pullbacks. And hopefully you have a game plan. And if you don't, I work one-on-one with clients, and we'll talk about that at the end. But guys, you got to have a game plan, and you got to have a list. That being said, I truly believe that these 50 tokens, you could just throw a dart at any of these projects. You could pick 5, pick 10, whatever, put them in a portfolio, and that portfolio will do immensely well. Now again, not financial advice. Do your own research, but every one of these projects have real merit, and if you compare those and the probability of which project's going to outperform in the next bull run, which hopefully you're doing that when you're building your portfolio. You can't be tribal and you can't be biased. And when you start to compare the probability of each project, well, these 50 are going to outperform probably the majority of all the projects out there. Now also, there are new projects coming out every single day, and there's a lot going to be launched between now and the halving and probably after the halving. So don't think when you're taking profits, guys, that you're going to miss something, because there's going to be new projects like Caspa and Banana Gun and things like that that come out every single week, and you're going to wish you had more money on the side to start stacking those projects. Now, I've been trying to put this list together for months, but literally every time I sat down to do it, new projects came out almost every single week. Like the portfolio that I have built, I have 3 portfolios for the most part. I have the ones I've stacked in the bear market, and then I have one that I'm kind of short-term stacking, and then I have my swing trades that I put on. And my portfolio that I stacked, you know, a year and a half ago looks nothing like the one I'm starting to stack now. And if I started to stack another portfolio in 2 months, it probably won't include the majority of the projects that I think are the number ones right now. It's changing that fast. And it's just technology, guys. They're coming out with bigger and better projects with more hype all the time. Those are the ones that I'm taking a look at. Now for me, gaming, AI is my top priority. And then brand new projects that have launched in the bear market and have done well that haven't experienced a bull run. That's my 3 areas of main interest. Now I've been swing trading some meme coins because they're hot right now, and you know, there's so many ways to go about building a portfolio, but this is a great place to start. You don't have to go through the 30,000 projects out there. Start here, guys, and you'll build a heck of a portfolio, in my opinion. Again, it's not financial advice. Do your research on these projects. But anyway, I'm going to go through 50 projects, and every one of them are extremely legit, except for the 3 meme coins I threw in there. All right, the first project. Now, these are no particular order because, guys, once you get down to the top 100, we're not talking about market cap. That list is irrelevant. That doesn't mean that they're the best projects. That just means they have the biggest market caps right now until this bull run, and that list is going to change, and most of these projects will probably be in the top 100 when it's all said and done. Anyway, the first one is BIGTIME, TAO, phenomenal project. ORDI is ordinals. Guys, that project is part of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and it is, I think, undervalued. That whole ecosystem doesn't get a lot of attention. Now, I want to tell you something straight up. In my opinion, most influencers don't tell you the best projects. First of all, they don't do the research to compare, but they tell you the old narratives, the sexy narratives that people have already stacked, and you keep going back to their channels, so they tell you what you want to hear, and they tell you your favorite project, whatever it is, that's been around forever, is going to lead the bull run. XRP is definitely one of those type projects. Well, guys, I got news for you, and I'll challenge anyone to talk about this live on the air, whether my channel or someone else's. XRP has zero chance to lead this bull run. It's got 2 things going against it. Number one is that the market cap is just way too big, and it has the worst tokenomics in all of the top projects, and Ripple is going to dump on them just like it did on the last bull run. About 14 billion tokens in the last bull run. So it's not going to lead this bull run. Now, I know that's a rant, and I get on that rant a lot because people don't take profits because these influencers have been lying to them over the years, telling them they're going to get a Bugatti when, you know, projects like XRP hits 10,000 or 1,000 or 589. That's 589. Mathematically, not going to happen. Not in this bull run. Now, another thing, before we dive into the rest of them, guys, I highly recommend you do not hold any project past this bull run. Why would you? Why would you take a project and watch it do a 20x and then hold it for the next bull run 5-6 years from now, when regulation and technology is changing every day? We don't know what that's going to look like. Outside of Bitcoin, I won't own any of these tokens after the bull run. All right, sorry about the rant. Hit that like button and let's get into it a little more. All right, the third one is Injective. Great project, and if it pulls back hard, I'll jump into it. If it doesn't, well, we missed that boat. And for whatever it's worth, guys, I did a video a year and a half ago when Injective was absolutely at its bottom of this bear market. And I mentioned in that video that I think Injective at that time, out of all the projects I had looked at, was the one to do the biggest pump. And that's done like a 17x, I believe, since that video. Now, Celestia, all world project. I can't wait for it to dip. I hope it does. Phenomenal project. Banana Gun, great project. Render, enough said. SIDUS. SIDUS is not going to lead this bull run, but guys, that thing is really going to pump when this market heats up, because everyone starts to make profits. They're going to want to jump into the risky stuff like the ICOs. You got to have a launch pad like SIDUS, and if you want to participate, you got to own the SIDUS token. It's going to do well. Jitto, great project, just launched. Akash Network, guys, it is a phenomenal project. Nakamoto Games, Multi-Chain, Stacks, one of my favorite. Neon EVM, another one of my favorites. FET, going to do great. Superverse, which is a super token. It used to be Super Farm. Extremely bullish. BIGTIME, great project. I own it. And just to be clear, I own a lot of these projects. I will own them. I'll swing trade them. They're great projects. So just assume that I'm probably going to buy at least half these projects, if not all of them, throughout the next 2 years. Who knows? Mint Layer, another Bitcoin ecosystem project I absolutely love. And PYTH Network. Now, I talk about Link. I own Link. I've done well in Link. I like Link a lot. But this is a perfect example, guys. I'm here for the money. I'm non-biased. As great as Link is, with its SWIFT, partnership, and it's the only ISO token with a true SWIFT partnership. But guys, it will not outperform PYTH. It won't do it, in my opinion. Now, the other projects, AGIX Singularity Net. AGIX is another one on the Bitcoin ecosystem. Singularity Net, Sharpnel game. That project is going to smoke a lot of different projects. I think it's going to get a lot more hype. It's already got a lot of hype, and it's going to do well. The SWI network, I think I said that right. SEI. MUBI, another Bitcoin ecosystem project, extremely bullish. Paid network, extremely bullish. Higher risk, but bullish. And BRN Metaverse, no one's talking about it, but I went down the rabbit hole, been looking for a Metaverse play. Guys, it's a little more risky, but I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. BRN Metaverse. Now, this is one of my absolute new projects, and it may be my biggest bag outside of, say, Bitcoin before this bull run is over. Inspect. That is the layer 2 that is going to scale Twitter or X. Go look at my videos. I'll leave a link at the end to my last Inspect video. Guys, I am extremely bullish. I bought it like 2 weeks ago when I did my first video. I bought some last night, and it's going down, and I'm going to stack it all the way down if it keeps going down. It's a great project, and I think it's going to getting a lot of hype when everyone goes to Twitter, goes to X, and they see that icon and they want to participate, and the influencers start building communities. They have a mobile app coming out. Guys, can't be more bullish. Rollbit. Rollbit is such, honestly guys, people don't know this, but you know, don't let anyone kid you. Crypto is about speculation and hype. That's what it's about. And I'd say 98% of all these projects are going to disappear, and most of them can't support their ecosystem. These developers can't make any money. They're getting, you know, money and kickback from the founders or the VCs to build on these platforms, but especially the ones at like 0.0002, unless they're scaling like HBAR, who's done like 32 billion transactions, they're not going to be able to support their ecosystem. But Rollbit, if it was a stock, its valuation would be up there with like Tesla. Think about this, guys. Rollbit's valuation, current market cap, is about exactly the same as the profit they make per year. That has a future. Now, it's higher risk, and it's hard to buy. RabbitX, great project. Another project that I love is 0x0. It's a new AI platform. And guys, what that's going to do is allow people like the big whales and the institutions that, you know, it's going to allow them to have security about their wallet address. You're not going to be able to track them, and that's going to be important in the institutional world, because corporations don't want, you know, their competitors to know what they're doing in the volume and things like that. Anyway, great project. Chain GPT, great project, and that's another launch pad that you should take a look at. It's a new one, just came out. Copious, wonderful project, extremely bullish, and that's Elio from like the Nakamoto Games guy. That's his project. I think it's going to rip, and it's way early. Caspa, I just started stacking Caspa today. I just did a video which is going to launch actually before this one, and I'll leave a link at the end. Guys, Caspa is a no-brainer, and it finally gave us an in at around 10 cents. Virtue Poker, VPP, great project. One of my absolute favorite projects, and I have no doubt this thing is going to rip, and that's Delysium, AGI. Check it out, guys. It's Metaverse, gaming, NFTs, it's all that combined. Extremely bullish. LITT Labs, LITT Lab Games, LITT, great project. Games for a Living, great project. Beam, great project. Another one of my favorite projects on the HBAR ecosystem, Humans AI. It's going to rip, I have no doubt, and it's early. MYRIA, great project. SIDUS Heroes, the first gaming token I bought. KOIN, COINS, COINOS, the ERC20. A lot of these are, you got to make sure you're getting the right one. Great project. Deep Brain Chain, another AI project. Now, I just did a swing trade on HUAHUA. I think it's a meme coin that's going to pump. Now, I just brought in the meme coins because they're the ones I've been following and looking at. I don't know which ones are going to lead this bull run, but they're hot right now, and everyone, in my opinion, needs at least 1% of the meme coins in their portfolio. Not financial advice. WOJAK, just did a great WOJAK swing trade. I'm out of it now, but I'm looking to get back in. NEXA, NEX, another great project. PEPE, if I had to pick a meme coin that's going to compete against like Shiba and Bonk and Doge, it's going to be PEPE. I think PEPE might lead the meme coins I don't know. We'll see. And then the last one, and like I said, there are no particular order, is BitTorrent, another great project. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, but I really believe if you're looking to build a portfolio and you need to do some research, pick one of these tokens. Now there's probably another 50 that could have been on this list. I don't think there's more than that. I really don't. And I say this with love, but like Quant is a great project, and depends on where you started stacking, it's going to give you a 10, 15, maybe even a 20x. If you're stacking it now at about 100, you're probably looking at a 7 to 10x. That's great, and it has some of the best tokenomics out there, and it could surprise us because of the tokenomics. But when you compare, which is all I do is compare the probabilities, you can't tell me that CASPA, for instance, is not going to easily outperform Quant. Now, that doesn't mean it's a better project or any of that. It's better to me because of the probability of making me more money. I'm not biased. As you can tell, I'm not tribal. I don't care. I'm here for the money. And I know for a fact that probably the projects that are going to lead the bull run is on this list are probably the projects that haven't launched yet. But like I said, guys, as much as I like Gala and Matic and Link and Quant and HBAR, a lot of people love XRP, but guys, they are not even going to be in probably the top 100 of making people the most money. So why would you start stacking those now? Now, if you're already in, like the people that have stacked them for the last 2 years, hey, good on you. Keep them. They're going to do well for you. But if you're just now looking, or you're looking to add to your portfolio, I can't imagine wanting to buy those projects with these 50 out there, excluding the meme coins. And now remember, some of them are more risky than others. Now, if I had less money, and if someone has 5,000 or 10,000, and they really want to try to do as much upside, mathematically, what I would be looking at, actually what I am looking at, is if we get a huge pullback, let's say we get a black swan event, I'm going to run into this list and I'm going to see which ones were already the lowest market cap and which ones got the most damage. Those are the ones I'm personally going to load the boat on if that black swan event happens, or if we get a big pullback, and I'm talking about way bigger than what we're experiencing now. This is nothing. This is just a buy the dip opportunity, in my opinion. But if you think about it, if we get a massive pullback, like I could see CASPA not even participating, right? Let's say we go up for the next 2 or 3 months and CASPA's at 20 cents, and then all of a sudden we get a black swan. It'd probably pull back not even to where it's at right now in that scenario. Now, some projects, though, however, like Banana Gun, might fall apart. Those are the ones I would jump back into, but those are the risky ones. Nakamoto Games. If we got a big black swan, the thing could fall apart. I would load the boat. Now, again, not financial advice. BIGTIME, great project. It could fall apart in a black swan. Singularity Net, probably not going to fall apart, right? So that's just kind of the way I'm thinking. Delysium, Heart, AI, they could fall apart in a black swan. They're higher risk, but they could absolutely rip. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because a lot of my coaching clients are asking for this type information, and every time I build a list, it changes. Guys, don't think that you're going to miss out on this bull run because you didn't stack HBAR at 4 cents. Would have been a great stack, but there's new projects coming out every single day. And that also means when you start to make money and your wallet starts to swell, and it should, because all of crypto should start to pump. And if any of your projects in your portfolio have merit, they should do well. But guys, don't think that you have to wait for the all-time high to start taking profits. Take profits or become the profits. And if you're halfway through the bull run and let's just say you got an 8x across the portfolio, well guys, there's going to be new projects, and there's going to be dips, and you don't have to load the boat, but you can start to protect that 8x, in my opinion. That's the type of stuff we talk about in my coaching. My coaching is only $250. If you have an interest, we go through your portfolio, we talk about your risk rewards, we talk about the probability, and I mainly get you the mindset and some rules and thought process to take profits and how and when and things like that meets your risk reward. And we talk about how to compare projects to each other, because they're not all the same. But what we want to do is just have the best probability. That's what this list is about. So if I was going to compare any project, I want to compare it to this list, because I believe that this list starts at about 20x for almost every one of these projects if you're buying dip. And if you already own these projects and were stacking earlier, whether that was last year or the beginning of this year, you're going to do well. I can't be more bullish. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say one last thing and I'll let you know. I'll let you go. If you are struggling of starting to stack on these pullbacks, crypto might not be for you. And I say that with love. But you got to have a list. You got to have a game plan. Now, I'll leave my email down below. Reach out if you have an interest in coaching. But guys, either way, take profits and get a game plan. And also, let me know which project on this list are your favorites. And if you have a project that has merit that you think can do a 20-25x that's not on this list that should have been, let me know. Because, hey, there's projects I'm not aware of, and that's something I can learn from my community. I'll be glad to compare and see if it's worth taking a look at. But for me, between this particular list and the projects that are coming out every single day, hey, that's a handful right there. But this is going to be a great list. I truly believe you could throw a dart and pick 5. You could throw a dart and pick 8, 10, 20, whatever you feel comfortable with, and do your research. Look at the risk, because obviously the ones in the top, you got BTT, it's at 56. You got one at 17,000. You got Beam at 65. You got Caspa at 33. You got Rollbit at almost 1,000. So they're going to have different risks. But the lower the market cap, guys, the higher the upside. And the closer we get to the halving and the real alt season and the real meat and potatoes of the bull run, the risk starts to change. The reason you can't stack, and I didn't stack, gaming tokens 2 years ago, because they might not make it to the bull run. But every day we get closer to the real meat and potatoes of the bull run, probably after the halving, the risk starts to change. Still risky, still crypto, not financial advice. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know what you think in the comments section. But either way, come back and be part of this community. Take care.